Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby.
Good evening, my friends, or whatever time it is you're watching this, but for me it is evening. We are creeping up on dinner time, and tomorrow we are having a holiday party, so I have a lot of cooking to do. I'm cooking the majority of the food, so I wanted to get a head start tonight with going ahead and cooking the food. Right now I've got a turkey in the oven for my turkey dressing, which I will finish tomorrow. I just peeled my sweet potatoes and I have those on the stove. They are about to start boiling in some salt water. So for the menu, I'm doing a turkey dressing, a ham, a sweet potato souffle. I've got some green beans, some macaroni and cheese, of course cranberry sauce, and I have someone that is bringing some potato salad and deviled eggs. Other than that, I'm cooking all of the food. We also have some dinner rolls, and I've got to make some sweet tea. So I have a lot to do, so I'm gonna prep as much as I can tonight and get the turkey cooked. It's got to cook for about 3 to 3.5 hours in the oven, and then I'm gonna put that in the fridge. Tomorrow I will make up my dressing, and then all I have to do is add in my turkey and all the seasonings. For my sweet potato souffle, I go ahead and boil my potatoes, mash them up with all of the ingredients like the cinnamon and sugar and the butter and everything that goes in the sweet potatoes. I put that in the refrigerator, and then in the morning I just pop it right into the oven and cook it, and then I do like crust on top of it and roasted marshmallows on top, which I will do right before we eat it. So I have a lot to do, so let's go ahead and get some holiday cooking done.
Ooh, yeah, there's room at the table for big and for small. The fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking, yeah. Merry Christmas, baby.
Holiday food is my favorite. I hope you guys had a very happy Thanksgiving, and now we are prepping for Christmas. I'm going to share these recipes below in the description box for y'all if you want to try any, but my signature dish every year for Thanksgiving is the souffle, which is also really good to take to your Christmas party. So all of this food is really good for Thanksgiving or Christmas, or even if you're having a New Year's party. The sweet potato souffle is homemade with real sweet potatoes, peeled and boiled. And I'll also leave the recipe to my cornbread dressing. You can do chicken in your dressing, turkey. I always like to do turkey. You basically just cook your turkey, shred it up, and add it right into your dressing. And I like to add celery and onion in my dressing, but I will leave all those recipes down below in the description box for y'all so you can screenshot them or write them down. Let me know down below if you guys host Thanksgiving, or if you host Christmas, or if you have a big New Year's party at your house. I would love to know if you have a signature dish that you share every year. Whenever it comes to my family, I feel like we've kind of niched it down into our own little groups, so to speak. So my entire family is really just split up. So I have family that lives several hours away, and they just kind of do their own thing. So I've got a couple of aunts and my grandpa that get together, and then I have a few cousins that do their own thing and get together somewhere else, and then I have us, which is just my mom and my grandmother and their husbands that are going to come over for our Thanksgiving. So my brother also does his own thing out there wherever he lives, and everybody's just kind of niching down and doing their own thing. And I just feel like the holidays are just not what they used to be for me. Back when I was a little girl, my entire family would get together and we would just have one huge big Thanksgiving, but it's just not like that anymore, and we just kind of do our own thing. So for Christmas this year, I am trying to plan our Christmas with some of my cousins. So it's not just my mom and my grandma this year. For my husband's side of the family, we see his entire family for Thanksgiving and Christmas, other than his dad. It's just really hard when everybody's so busy and has multiple places to go, which that is one big thing that I have stopped doing is trying to go to everybody's house in one single day, especially with a bunch of kids. It's just very stressful. And once you get to someone's house after you've been to 5 other houses, you're not even hungry. So it's at that point you're just visiting and you're not really there for Thanksgiving or, you know, to eat Christmas food. You're just kind of visiting. So you really just have to niche down and, you know, figure out where you're going to go and maybe make time for those other places that you weren't able to get to on Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day to just go and visit them on a separate day. And, you know, I feel like the biggest thing is everybody wants to have Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Day. Everybody wants to have Christmas on either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, which Christmas is a little bit better because you have 2 days, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, to see family. But for Thanksgiving, everyone wants to have Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Day, and it's just really hard to get around to see everybody. So I love hosting it at my house. Basically, on this day, I didn't put on any makeup. I was sweating in the kitchen. I got all this food cooked in a timely manner, and I think it all turned out amazing. It is the next day. I'm feeling a little congested. The weather will be like warm during the day and then it gets cold at night and in the mornings, and it's just really affecting my allergies. It does this every single year, but I've got some deep cleaning to do after our holiday party. After all that cooking, I spilled some ham juice in the oven. When I went to bring the pan out, the pan was too shallow and the juice spilt in my oven, so it was really smoky in here. I had to let the oven cool and then I had to scoop out the burnt ham juice. So I really need to clean the oven and just get some cleaning and deep cleaning and organizing and decorating all done in this video. We're gonna be touching on the kids' rooms and decorating for Christmas in both of the kids' rooms a little bit, cleaning in there as well. So much to do today, so much motivation today, so let's jump into it. What I use to clean my oven works so good. It is called Easy Off. It's a fume-free oven cleaner, and I feel like it works amazing. Basically, I just spray it all in my oven. I make sure I coat everything really well. Avoiding the coils. I try to not spray it on the coil. I spray it directly on the oven and it foams up, which is super satisfying. And basically you let it sit for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Once it's finished sitting, you just wipe it out and it basically just pulls all that crust and filth up from your oven, and it makes it so easy to clean. And then for my oven racks, the easiest, best way that I have found to clean those is to clean the bathtub and then fill the tub up with really hot water and add some bleach water or some Dawn dish soap and just let that sit in the tub for a little while until it can loosen all of that crust and gunk that is all over your oven rack. And then I'll just take a sponge or a rag and scrub it clean. So this is by far the best and easiest way that I have found to clean my oven. If you clean your oven and you found a really good solution, I would love to know down in the comments so we can help each other out. But you know, this is one of the biggest things that I love about this community is helping each other out in the comments and giving each other tips. So I love anything helpful. Never hold back if you've got anything helpful to share down in the comments, because other people read the comments and you never know who you can be helping out. always used the drawer underneath my oven to store pan lids. It'd also be a really good solution to store like cookie sheets and maybe cake pans or cast iron pans. I love this drawer. I know it's supposed to be like a heating drawer to keep food heated up, but I have never used it as that. Let me know in the comments if you have ever used the bottom of the oven as like to heat up food, or what do you use it as? So I went ahead and set my oven timer to time the oven cleaner in the oven, but I actually left it in there for more than an hour and a half. Once my oven beeped, I was in the middle of doing something else, so I just let it sit in there a little bit longer, and it was still perfectly fine. I think it sat in there for like 3 or 4 hours before I was able to wipe it out, and it still wiped out so easy. As I said, I spilled some ham juice in the bottom of my oven, so there was just a bunch of black stuff burnt to the bottom of my oven, so it was really satisfying finally cleaning that out. We'll come back to cleaning the inside of the oven later on, but for now I wanted to go ahead and get the kitchen cleaned up and also clean underneath the stove. So there was some cat toys and some food and just all the things underneath my stove, and I knew that there was stuff under there. It's one of those things that, you know, you walk by and you're like, oh, I really need to sweep under the oven, I really need to pull that drawer out and clean under there, and then you go on to do other things and completely forget about it. So this is definitely a forgotten about space. We're gonna go ahead and sweep all this out. Whenever you've got 4 kids and 2 cats, it's inevitable to keep it clean underneath the stove. We're going to give the floor a really good mop, but I wanted to go ahead and spot clean up a few sticky spots first. So I found this 3-tier wicker basket from Facebook Marketplace for $25. It is in excellent condition, and I thought it'd be really cute to use for the kids' toy kitchen to organize their toy foods a little bit better. I was worried about the storage space and fitting everything, but they're actually large capacity and they fit everything a lot more organized. So this room used to be our dining room, but it is so tiny. It's really hard to, you know, have a kitchen table in here when it's so small. And then cleaning around the table was really hard because there's not very much space in here. I would have to push the table across the room in order to get over there to clean. So we decided to move the kitchen table in the main kitchen area, and I turned our dining area into a small gym. So on the other side, I've got my weight bench and a treadmill and my exercise bike, and I will work out about 1 to 2 times a week right now, and I just love having access to my home gym. Your overall health is very important, so y'all make sure that you are moving your bodies and taking time for yourself. But over there on the other side of my gym, it just becomes a big catch-all. I've stated before that we don't have like really any closets in our house except for the closets that are in our bedroom, so we don't really have like a closet to put certain things. Otherwise, I would have a lot of things stored away and organized in closets. But over there in that area, we've got a big orange tote full of Legos, and I've got a big basket full of the toy kitchen toys. So I know that this basket is easy for the kids to scramble around in and find what they want, but I just wanted to organize it better and maybe do like fruits and veggies on top, the desserts in the middle, and then random miscellaneous in the bottom. And so far we've had this for a while now, about a week or so, maybe less than a week now, and it's been working really nice. So I moved the toy kitchen and the basket back into the main kitchen area, and I'm gonna dump all those Legos out of the orange tote into this basket where I had all the toy food stored. And first of all, it makes the Legos look a little bit better, and I was able to take that orange tote and repurpose it and reuse it for something else outside stored away in the building. And what makes this basket even cuter is all 3 of the baskets come out, so they can actually take the basket completely out to play with it and find things easier. So I love that so much. I wish I could link this for y'all, but most of my baskets that I have in my house I have found thrifted, or I check Goodwill often, and I love to use little baskets in my house. I just feel like it makes your home look so inviting and cozy to use the baskets as storage and organization. So as you can see, Legos is definitely something that we do not need any more of. I have all of these Lego books and all of these Legos. We do have certain Lego sets that are bagged together and put away separately, but as far as all the Legos that are just all mixed together, they just all get dumped together in a bin, and the kids just use their imagination when they're building. And it's definitely something that they just have so much fun with. So over here by our back door, it stays so dirty all the time over here in this corner because I have a little shoe mat. This is where when we come in and out, everybody just throws their shoes over here, especially my husband. He's always going out and doing yard work and coming in from work, and when he comes in, he just puts his shoes over here. So there's constantly dirt falling off shoes over here in this corner. It drives me insane. It's really hard to keep it clean, but I try my best. Now we're moving back to the oven. It's been sitting for a while. We're going to go ahead and wipe it out. And basically I was taking a bowl of hot water and dipping the rag in it to wring it out. And I was changing the water very frequently, dumping the water out, putting new hot water in because it was getting dirty so fast. But it was so satisfying to see all of that crust and grime just wipe so easily, wipe clean right off the stove. And as always, my sink is overflowing with dishes. It is so hard to keep up with the dishes, especially after you just cooked a whole ton of food. It's a lot to keep up with the dishes. I have my dishwasher running, and once I put those dishes away, I was able to load some more in, and we were just kind of getting through the dishes throughout the day. We're going to go ahead and wipe these counters down and then head into the boys' room. So I really wanted to do a before Christmas declutter in here, and I gave my girls a trash bag and the boys a trash bag. I told them to go in their room and put anything in the bag that they don't really play with or they don't really love. You have to give to receive, and they do receive a lot for Christmas, so it is very understandable for this rule to happen in my house. We get lots of gifts from not only myself and Santa Claus, but also family. We have my mom and her husband, we have my dad, we have Eric's family. We also go to my dad's brother's house, and all of his family gets my kids gifts, and we are just abundantly blessed with so much for Christmas. And in my opinion, I do wholeheartedly agree that it is overconsumption. Christmas is just completely overconsumption of just stuff that we don't really have room for, but you know, it is what it is. That's just what we've always done since I was a kid. And I've definitely had people, you know, mention that I should tell people to, you know, give my kids money or experiences instead of gifts. But honestly, in reality, everybody just wants to get my kids a toy. They want to give my kids presents. They don't want to give my kids experiences or money. They do give my oldest money just simply because they don't really know what else to get her. But as far as the littles, everybody just wants to get them presents to open, an actual like toy to open. That's just what everyone wants to do. So mentioning getting them clothes or experiences for Christmas is just out of the books for us. Everybody just wants to see them open up a toy for them for Christmas specifically. And y'all, I was over these bunk beds before I even got them. I know what bunk beds are. I've had them a couple of times in my house. I've never liked the bunk beds. The only good thing I like about the bunk beds is they are space savers, and they do save on, you know, the floor space. And my kids have more room to play since we don't have a playroom. But by the time I'm finished taking the sheet off of the top bunk or putting the sheet on the top bunk and then squeezing under between the top bunk and the bottom bunk to get to the bottom bunk sheet, and it's really hard to clean underneath the beds as well. Usually I'll just pick up the bed or just kind of slide it out to clean under the bed but with it being bunk beds, they're too heavy to slide out, so I have to crawl under the bed. So we're gonna go ahead and put some Christmas sheets on the boys' bed with their Christmas Santa Clauses, and I love this reindeer. I think it is so cute. It's like a little puzzle. It's like a mommy deer and a baby deer, but the baby deer like goes in the mommy, so it makes it like a little puzzle. But I think that is so cute, and I've been using that in the boys' room for the past year or two now. But let's go ahead and get these Christmas sheets on the bed, and then we're going to head in the girls' room and do a little bit of decorating in there as well. I used these Santa Clauses and the Christmas sheets last year, and the boys absolutely loved them. I think it is so adorable. I love how simple and cute and Christmassy the boys' room turned out. With the boys sharing a room and our girls sharing a room, there's a lot in each room. They also have very small closets, so we don't have a lot of room to store things. So I don't like to over decorate in their room, but I do like to put pops of decorations in their room, and they really love it. So for the girls' room, I gave these throw pillow covers a fresh wash. We're gonna put these Christmas tree ones on Adeline's bed with a candy cane throw pillow, and over on Arabella's bed we're going to put some red throw pillows with a gingerbread man, and then over their window I've got some white pom-poms that I'm going to add, and later on Adeline actually added some more red and green Christmas garland draped over the window with the pom-poms, and it looks really cute. I didn't get a clip of that, but it does look really cute. But I love the pom-poms over their window. I feel like it looks super cute and wintry, and I can leave it up through the winter season as well. But I think their room turned out really cute. I got a lot done today. I really appreciate y'all being here and watching. I really hope y'all got some motivation from me today. But let's go ahead and finish up cleaning and decorating in the girls' room. For the most part, they clean up their own room, and I come in here and do a little bit of maintenance cleaning as far as that mama deep clean every once in a while, and of course decorating. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video. We're gonna let it finish playing out, and I will see y'all in my next video.